against Longo in the loser side, then I think she can definitely make top 32 loser side. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, I'm also pretty sure about that. I feel like she should win this one in loser side. And she had a great, really great showing in loser side, in winner side. She either has to play against Fonke or Woffy.
Okay.
So Woffy fighting himself also his way to the loser's bracket after he lost to BJ earlier. And we might get BJ on stream right now.
Ooh, I would love that actually.
Because it's BJ versus Takeo up next. And we see Takeo already on the stage. So
I am down for some Snake action, I have to say.
I'm down for some BJ action.
I'm
the best looking Smash player in the best looking Smash player I have ever seen.
I have to say, you know, a lot of people don't really like to watch Snake. For me, it's the exact opposite. I love to see the grenade confirms into aerials. I love to see the smart defensive play, and BJ is a master
of that
defensive play.
Probably the best Snake in Europe right now, and with his off-frame results backing this up.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Some great tournament runs in the Netherlands, and also one of those post-COVID high improvement players, you know?
Yes.
He was a great player before COVID, but after COVID he exploded in his gameplay, I feel like. Very fitting for Snake.
True, yes. Well, we'll see if the explosions are keep happening here for BJ. Not quite sure though if that is the case, because I see Puriya.
It could be Puriya versus Ente.
Could be, yeah. I thought somebody was calling out Ente as well. So I think that is what we might be getting. We are definitely going to get BJ later.
Yeah,
but for now, we're gonna enjoy some Steve Piranha Plant. And that can be a little bit of a long one. I think
I think it's okay.
All jokes aside,
interesting games. All jokes aside, like
it's two different styles of traps, right? Or setups, you could say. Steve's maybe a little more elaborate, a little bit more complicated. But of course, that means that you need more time to set it up. In contrast with Piranha Plant, it's a very quick setup. You basically just Petui and you have your setup. Maybe a little bit of a charge on that poison cloud, right? But that's more or less what you need to get Piranha Plant traps going. While they might not be as deep and as effective, you could argue, they are still effective enough and numerous enough to add a lot of damage. And
certainly.
What I don't know, and maybe you know this, how do blocks and Petui interact? Does Petui destroy blocks? I think it might, actually.
It might, but I'm not sure.
I mean, we'll see anyway.
Honestly, I've never seen this matchup before, and I'm curious if Petui destroys blocks, and I'm really sure Puriya knows this.
I'm fairly certain. I think it does, because it is not an item, right? It's a projectile, and projectiles
normally damage blocks.
Yes.
And
items do
not. It's a very strong projectile.
That as well.
So it should theoretically destroy blocks, but I'm not quite sure.
Then follow-up question on that one. If it touches a block and destroys it, does it bounce off or does it go through? I think, yeah, right.
I think it destroys but bounces off.
I think as well, yeah, because
this would be the logical point of action.
This is what we usually see as well. If it hits shield or the ground, right, it bounces, so it doesn't go through like the axe, for example, from Simon and Richter, which just goes through all of it. So I think this is what we are getting here. So a little bit of theory crafting before we get into this one. Of course, we are still waiting for the players here to set everything up and all that good jazz. But here we go. There is the man of the hour, Ente, on stage, as well as Puriya.
Probably at the moment, the player with the biggest momentum in all of Germany.
Puriya.
Ente.
Ente. Oh.
With the biggest momentum in all of Germany. Certainly one of the players with the biggest momentum.
Definitely has been rising very fast, yes.
Very fast rising. Probably a top 5 player in Germany. And probably a contender for a top 50 slot in Europe, for sure. I feel like result-wise the best Steve in Europe, if I'm not mistaken.
That might be I Refuse or who was the other guy?
But
from Spain? Goddamn.
Yeah, the one that beat Satsuni, right?
Top it,
right.
Drop it, yes. They might be, results-wise, they might be a little bit higher than Ente, because as far as I'm aware, Ente has not really been going outside of Germany much.
He's not going out of country much, but he's but in Germany, he had an insane
around.
journey.
Oh, yes.
He had an insane rise to the top as one of Germany's best players. And I feel like he's a top 5 player in Germany right now. And Puriya, also a newcomer. Two very young players, both. I mean, Ente is
He's young.
just turned 18,
I don't
and
know.
Puriya is 16.
Yeah, I don't
So,
know
like,
the exact ages, but they're both very young.
both
makes
very
me feel,
young,
makes me feel old.
young prodigies. So something we should be aware of.
Yes.
And a build-up for the future.
The boomer cast with the young players right
At
here.
22, what do we want to talk about?
Well,
boomer
true.
cast?
Okay. Well, it's I guess it's only me. That's what tends to happen. Anyway, still, I would agree. And he's been around in the Wi-Fi era a lot as well. He's been putting in the work while that was going on. With Banjo even in the past, and I think he's basically touched every DLC character at some point.
Yeah, he's the DLC main, and honestly, the introduction of Steve helped him a lot to develop his gameplay and a lot to improve in his general state of Ultimate.
All right, here we go. This is for top 32 winner side between Puriya and Ente. And for Puriya to be in this position, absolutely incredible stuff from this Piranha Plant line.
Yeah. Beating Randon to be right here, and yeah, we see what Steve is able to do.
Yep, that is hashtag
70% of one touch from Ente.
Hashtag just Steve's things right there. And coming down with the down as well. Good tech. Yeah, Puriya ready for that one, of course. Relatively telegraphed, but still adding so much damage. Nice downbeat to get rid of that pressure. But pressure still exists on stage as well. Down there coming through, and that's the pickup from Ente getting the first stock. And that was 30 seconds for one stock from a character that we usually see camping.
Crafting, and minding his own business, you know. But Ente, you know.
Slapping him right now with the sword as well, keeping him towards the side, just trying to get those combos there towards the top as well, off stage as well. That's another stock. That
1 minute, 2 stocks. What is Ente doing? He's playing out of his mind right now. What a great start into the set from Ente.
I don't think I've ever seen a Steve play this aggressively. That might be a matchup-specific thing here against the Piranha Plant specifically, because Ente might be scared to get out.
He's walking the plant. And
oh, no way!
What was that? What was that game?
My God, he's just going for it, committing it all the way. He wouldn't have made it back from that one, but at this point, with such lead, you might as well commit, and he secured a very, that might be the fastest Steve 3-stock in all of Smash history. My God.
What was that?
That wasn't even 1.5 minutes with Steve.
It was 1 minute 23.
Yeah.
Ente, are you out of your mind?
He might be. You know, that was actually
that guy is so insane.
Puriya just got overrun right there from Ente.
He didn't walk the dog. He walked the plant.
Yes. Wait, you don't walk your plants?
I walk my plants every day.
Oh, good.
I got some orchids in my living room, and you know, I take my leash and I'm walking them outside every day.
It's important, you know.
It's important to walk your plants.
It's almost as important as watering your dog. So
yes,
yeah, it's something you have to be very wary about if you're having pets.
You have to be aware of walking your plants.
Exactly. All right. Well, anyway, let's see if the walking continues here for Ente. We're going to the second game very shortly.
I feel like he isn't walking in top 32. He's running there.
Oh, he's
Minecraft DoKomi Minecraft speedrun.
He's pressing that control button to get that sprint going for sure. Well, let's see if he can keep it up, because we have a character switch from Puriya to the long sword guy that is named Sephiroth, and we're starting off already with a counter. Interesting.
Yeah, like the count. If you counter minecart, it's just like.
Oh, not again.
Okay.
Not again. It happened again. Ente just pulling out the same thing again, and the character does not matter. Puriya's losing the stock once again. That was 10 seconds, maybe?
Do we even need to commentate this?
Yes, I am, because I like to scream into the microphone.
I love what Ente's doing right now.
It's
playing really well against Puriya.
Yeah.
And speedrunning his way into top 32 tomorrow.
Well, you know, I think that might be tactical here, because Puriya now has a very early wing, so he's going for the early wing strat here from Puriya. Maybe.
So what the overall plan with Sephiroth is, I understand, it's the most difficult matchup for Steve to play against. Because if you counter minecart, it's just like 80% damage.
Yes.
And that's insane. But if you can't play Sephiroth, you shouldn't do this.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that Puriya can't play Sephiroth, but he might not be as comfortable with the character as he is with the plant. That might be the case for sure. But at
nice
this point, you might as well try.
kill.
But that is a confirm, and he's already doing better on the Sephiroth than he was on the plant. So, at this juncture, the pick is working out already.
Yeah, the pick is working out a little bit until now.
Oh, okay. Wait, we're cooking right now here from Puriya. Getting that damage, getting the catches on these minecarts.
Well played from Puriya.
Yeah,
What was
Puriya coming.
that up B from Ente?
Yeah. Questionable, but you know.
Questionable at best, but Ente falling a little bit behind right now. Still ahead in the game, but Puriya has some momentum on his side with the wing.
Ooh, the spaghetti right now on the ledge. Oh my goodness, Ente's trying to get
Ente
something,
doesn't have
but
iron.
Puriya gets around it. And now through the blocks, the long sword connects. And Puriya with the Sephiroth almost written off by my co-caster doing some work.
Yeah, you know, Ente.
Yeah, I'm calling
the
you out on
first-
that one.
Yeah,
I'm calling you out on
call
that
me
one.
out on that one. Ente took the first stock in under in 20 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's fair.
I obviously counted out Puriya. But Ente took the stock and might get this game to get the set to an end. Or will Puriya get this game to a game 3?
Yeah, we
Get
will
set
see.
to a game
I
3?
mean, so far it is Ente once again back in the driving seat.
And
That gets the
that's the
shield
right.
back on that one, and it certainly does it
Yeah,
with
full
the full
charge
charge
forward
forward
smash
smash.
should be
Light
it.
character on the Sephiroth as well, and Ente closes it out. Looked a little bit dicey there for a quick second, but he closes it out nonetheless.
Great game from Ente right there. Great set from Ente overall. Like
Yes.
the first game
Oh,
was
for sure.
pure destruction, and the second game swung more into the favor of Puriya at the end. But Ente still played this one very well, and I think he deserves the win. And now we will have Takeo against BJ. If I'm
All
right.
right, so we're getting to